All right, going live. I labeled this office hours volume one with anonymous Ryan.
No, that's
Ryan, we're live, and Ryan's my homie from probably going back maybe 20 years, probably longer. You did decide to be on camera, okay?
I don't mind.
And Ryan's a QA manager. He's been doing that for a while. I've been preaching to him how I really hate that my superiors throughout my career tend to be held accountable for managing software projects, but they're not technical, which sometimes I think only in America can you have that skill set. And so I used to vent to Ryan. Ryan's like, "Oh no, you don't need to be technical in order to work in tech. In order to deliver successful software, in order to reduce the cost of delivering software, to automate solutions, you don't need that." And then I think I finally brought Ryan to the light, and he has a greater appreciation of the challenges as well as how to manage and estimate, at least at least doing it better or more effectively.
Yep.
So is that fair to say, or did I butcher something?
I'll go with that. No, it took some time to convince me, but starting classes and starting some of the coding and then getting back into reviewing over some of the code and just seeing how things have been done, it was real easy to start to see where some of the our gaps and problem or some of our problems in our coding and just our automation was. So it definitely helped out.
Yeah, I won't invoice you for that. Me and Papa John's. I ate Papa John's for breakfast.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's a little different.
All right. So do you I'm gonna bring up my Visual Studio. What code editor do you use?
I'm just for the class we're just in JDoodle.
That's gay. What's that?
This is what they told us to use. Hold up. Can I share this with
You don't have
you?
Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code?
I do have that on here,
All right. All right. So
but
what's this
the
private
way we
chat?
have to
Let
share
me.
stuff.
Oh, okay. I see it. So I'm going to have you are you familiar with Visual Studio or just Visual
You
Studio
went in and
Code?
out. What'd you say?
No, you're audio. So are you familiar with Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code?
Yeah, I was using Visual Studio at work, and I have it on here as well.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. Why is everything acting weird all of a sudden? And we're going to create a new project. And Ryan, I'm going to attempt to get you hip to domain modeling. So we'll do a F sharp class library, and we'll call it what is it? This speed kata, car kata. What, a high level is you're trying to get the speed of cars or car report. Let's call it
Basically,
car report.
here I'll show you what this is. I put it in the private chat.
Oh, supposed to be running a Key Largo today, but it's raining on this side of town.
Yeah, this was this is the first part of what she was asking, and why is it not letting me send that? And after that, she's asking for.
Okay. All right, Ryan. So you probably haven't done anything with F sharp.
Nope.
F Sharp is a .NET programming language, just like C Sharp, just like Visual Basic .NET. And I would like to argue that different languages tend to provide different ways to express problems. And so I like F Sharp because there tends to be less code. The code tends to be more terse and information dense. But and usually we can use F Sharp business business equations as an outline to, if we must, write some C Sharp code. So, but I think the first step is to bring clarity to what needs to be built, right? And so I'm still sharing my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I go from top to bottom, speed is calculated by dividing. Speed is calculated by dividing distance traveled by time taken. Hence, speed equals distance divided by time, or distance over time. Your program should do the following: get inputs for each car, such as distance traveled, time taken, and calculate the speed for each car. All right. So they say get inputs for each car, which is distance traveled and time taken. Right. And so if we have a module called what do we want to call it? We'll just call it car information for right now, and it's going to change later likely. And a module is kind of like a namespace. I don't know if you're familiar with the concept of a namespace. A namespace contributes to qualifying uh, a class
Class. Right.
or a
Yeah.
type. You're familiar with that concept?
Yeah.
Okay. So let car information, and then we're supposed to be having a function more or less called get speed. All right. And speed is going to take, I thought it was distance over time. So you have distance and time.
Yeah.
And it's going to return, in this case, muff or miles per hour. Do they care which unit? Kilometers per
No.
hour, miles per hour? No.
No, the way they had it is that that was the text that was in the output. So I basically just passing that value and then I just put in my own text to say that it's miles per hour.
Yeah. So we'll change speed to get miles per hour. And then that's going to return a float. Crap. Come here. That's going to return a float. And then right now we're just going to return zero. Okay. Now, nothing about this says anything about a car. It's just speed. So let's go back and get some more details. So we want to get speed. Okay. They say calculate the speed for each car. Okay. Display the speed for each car. Calculate the average speed of the 7 cars and display it. All right. So if we take that, there might be another business equation. I'm so used to working on a MacBook for work that I keep getting confused about the keyboard shortcuts. All right. So now we can say, let, I don't know.
Average, at least for now.
No, I didn't read that part yet. It's print report, something like that, and that takes some cars, and that's going to spit out a a report. Mm, and I don't know why I'm doing let. It should really be type. We're declaring function types. It's been a while since I wrote F sharp. Um, distance. How do you spell distance?
Take out the extra. Yeah, one more.
And that returns a float. Uh, yeah, it's been a while since I wrote F sharp. Uh, I gotta figure out what this is. Oh, I remember now. Supposed to do this. All right. And then the other one is print a report. It takes some cars and it's going to spit out a report. Okay. We can name this from library FS to operations. We'll add another module and we'll call it language. Man, I'm so used to working on the MacBook. Create a file called language. Okay. And what's this thing telling me to do? There's too much going on right now. Uh, and we're going to start filling in some of these domain terms such as distance. So you say type distance equals, and I don't know. Right now, I guess it'll just be a float for right now. So that should get resolved. Actually, open, open language. Time will be a float as well. Is time a float? I don't know what time is.
They didn't really do well. Yeah, I think we yeah I don't think they we didn't even declare all of that here. The
Time
way
is
they had it set up.
time is daytime for right now. How come this not getting resolved? Mm, oh, because I didn't say equals. Okay. And then you have a car, and a car appears to be composed of time and distance. And maybe if speed equals distance over time, maybe it may make sense to just put one over the other. Where's my home button? And then this is distance, this is time. And this is supposed to be cars, right? So say type cars equals car, and this is a sequence of cars. That should resolve. It does. And then a report. What is a report, Ryan?
Is that your output?
Yeah, but according to your specification or your requirements, what are the components of a report or the information that needs to be provided?
All they're saying is basically, I don't see anything on there. It just says get the inputs for each car, calculate the speed for each car, display the speed for each car, and calculate the average. So they're just doing a simple output for each,
Okay.
basically for each.
So a report consists of car speed, or we could just say, yeah. So a report is going to have speed, which we could say float. Um, Actually, we could type speed float. So a report has speed of car, which I don't I don't know if I should type out the whole thing. Probably doesn't matter. Speed, and then you said it also has average something,
Yeah, the average of all the
average speed.
speeds, yeah, for all the cars.
Speed report, speed. I don't know. Car speed report. Just leave that report. Your average is going to be. It's going to be a float, or it could be an actual function. I'm not sure yet. We'll leave it at a float. So it's speed of car and then average of cars. Is that accurate?
That'll work.
Is there anything else in this report?
Um, Not right now.
Okay, let's go back to our operations. I don't know if you're looking at the Solutionist Explorer, but so far we're defining the language here, hence the types that are in our solution. And then operations are the core like methods or functions or operations. Um, so we have get miles per hour and we have print report or get report. And if we attempt to build this, everything should compile. Uh, is it building at all? We only have two files in here.
To this building. To the started.
Yeah, but it should take like a second. All right, so the build succeeded. Okay, so that's our car report. We could call this a specification. This is our specification, which consists of the language and operations used for the solution. And then, so we built a specification for it. This is likely to get refined. Hence, there might be some more operations, or there might be some more types that we add. And the whole point of this is to wrap your head around what's being asked and to focus on that versus just writing just conditional logic all over the place immediately from the start. So let me pause. Do you have any questions? I know
I'm
this
kind
might.
of with you so far.
Okay, yeah, I know this is a new language for you. It's kind of cryptic, but I promise you, it's gonna help. Um, at the end of the day, still we still have to do C sharp, right? So next, let's um, let's add a new project. Man, eh, I hate MacBooks. I don't know they're a superior product, but man, I'm no longer fast at using Windows anymore. So we have a new project. What do you use at work? A MacBook or a PC?
PC.
Okay. So we're gonna pick a C sharp library. All right. And we're gonna call this. I don't know what to call it. Oh yeah, we're gonna call it test. Are you familiar with like test driven development?
Yes, but no,
Okay. Yeah. Have you actually attempted test driven development?
not specifically, not yet.
Mm, all right. So we're gonna call this class. I don't know. Car speed test something. I should have picked the test project. Crap. Give me 1 second. Let's delete this for a second. First, let me open it, File Explorer, and then let me right click, delete this. Go back over here, make sure that that's deleted. Oh no. Go back up here, add a test project instead of a class library in unit. I don't know how to delete this. How to delete. All right, we should be good now. So then this should be car tests, something like that. Okay, and every test has they have 4 phases: setup, test, verify, and if it's an integration test, you may have a teardown. Okay. And our test, it's probably a good idea for our test to reference our specification. All right. And then what do we want? What do we want to test? We test get miles per hour and
Sure.
implement that. So you say bar speed equals, and then it's going to be something about get muff. Okay. And that muff takes something. And right now, we don't have anything in here. So the next thing we want to do is,
Declare that.
we want to declare it. So maybe we can declare it in the test project for right now and then migrate it to a dedicated library later. So We got to add. We can add a new class, and we can call it. I don't care what we call it right now. We could call it simp for all I care. All right. Um, or maybe we call it utility. Okay. And this get muff, if we look at our operations, it takes distance and time. So your setup is var distance equals, you could say 10, and then you could say var time equals. I think I originally declared time as date time, but I don't think it's daytime. I think it's probably a float because it's like 3 hours,
Yeah,
3.5 hours.
yeah, I just thought about that. Yeah, so basically, when you enter that in, we're not doing it in a format. It's just basically they have it listed as an integer.
Okay. So we'll have distance equals 1, or time equals 1. All right, but that's really like 1 hour.
Yeah, so
Um,
put two.
so we could probably say hours equals 1, and maybe that's better. And so we say, okay, so we have something called hours as a variable because the term time kind of is ambiguous, right? And this is what I meant by clarifying. All right, we originally had our business equations like this, but when we're actually writing our tests to validate the domain that we have, we see opportunities to improve understanding, right? So this time is now becoming hours. Okay. And this float should probably be miles per hour. So we have distance, that, and I think we're supposed to take distance in hours. So get miles per hour equals distance in hours. Okay. And that's supposed to give you speed, right? Or in this case, we could just say miles per hour. Okay.
Okay.
And so then we need to, like you said earlier, declare a method to figure out what the logic is for getting miles per hour. So we can generate a method right here. That's going to be down here. Private is in it's the default for a method, and then this is miles per hour. And you would think, I thought my test was referencing this specification project. It is. So car information. Why is none of this being recognized? And why does it take so long to build? Why does it take so long to build?
How much stuff you got open?
Do I just need to reboot my computer next time? Man, it's crazy. Um, Then we call it car report or something. What is this? Car information. Yeah. The question is, how come this isn't being recognized when I have a dependency? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, we're good. No, we're not.
Is that because you have a space there?
What is the name of my thing? Do I need to make this a namespace? That shouldn't resolve. Yeah, like normally when I build, it builds like instantly, and for whatever reason, it's taking like forever. Car- And I'm not used. Everything's. Hold up. Sorry, Ryan. Uh, open, open, or using car information. What the f is going on? Give me 1 second. It should be. Do I need to rebuild, clean and rebuild? I don't understand. Mm. What I'm trying to do, and it's not clear to me why it's just not finding it, is I'm trying to reference this type right here, and it should just work. And for the sake of time, we can just, because you're not going to be writing C sharp anyway or F sharp anyway, we could just take the classes or the types that we've carved out in F sharp and just add them in C sharp now. All right, it's going to be more verbose, uh, but we might as well just go ahead and do that. So we'll add a class called language in here in our test project for right now. We can refactor it later. And this namespace will be, I don't care about the namespace right now. We'll basically just have right now car, and this was a prop of distance and time. So we could just say, you said everything is integer. So this is distance and then prop time. Okay. And then we had cars, which I'm not sure if that really matters. Probably not. And then report uh, public class report. And that report took a speed of car and average of cars. Speed of car. Average of cars.
An average, yeah.
And we can comment this out for right now. And we can comment this out for right now, since I have no clue why Visual Studio
You
isn't
miss
working.
namespace.
No, we could keep that.
Okay.
This miles per hour. Is there a way that we can do a type alias? Public. Uh, for you, I'll keep it simple. Okay. If we go,
I lost
so
you. Oh, there you go.
we'll do a. This would be public static. You understand the concept of static?
We haven't fully hit that yet.
Whenever you don't want to go through the ceremony of declaring objects, especially when you just want to call a operation, like add 1 plus 2, and you don't really want to spin up an object, um, like for an add operation, you just want to just procedurally just call it, then you could declare something static. Basically, static is you don't necessarily have to have a dependency on the core operation being the object, meaning you don't have to instantiate it or go through the ceremony of declaring something a new object just to invoke operation on it.
Okay. Sounds
So
like you.
public static. So we can have utility. Okay. And if we want to remove this, then in theory we should just be able to say using and then utility, using test utility, using static test utility. All right, I don't know why anything is not working right now. Anyways, so we declare our distance and our hours. We declare our speed, which is miles per hour. And we say get miles per hour given distance and hours. And then we want to verify that our assert dot is true. We want to verify that our miles per hour equals 10, right?
For right now, yeah. Based off of here, yeah.
And if this were an integration test, there may be like a teardown to like, I don't know, reset a database so that whatever you added to the database in the test doesn't affect future tests that are in the same suite of execution. But I don't think we have to worry about that. So what happens when we run this? That's a question to you.
It looks like you're gonna air her out with that assert in it.
Yeah. So when I do a shortcut, Control RT, why isn't my Control RT working?
I was about to ask you, what does that do?
Shortcut RT is run test.
Okay.
Um, is there something else I'm supposed to have on here? Is there supposed to be like a? I don't think so. It's discovered in here. The F is going on, man. It's discovered in my test explorer. I have no clue what is going on with my environment. It says not run. Okay. Well, I want to run it. If I say debug, and I'll put a breakpoint right here. I have no clue why everything is broke. Give me a second. This is debug. Um, get mph. Watch, this should update down here. Get mph. One test not run. Shift click toggle. So when I do right click and say debug, like nothing is happening. What warnings do I have? Let me see if I have anybody watching this. No one watching it. Oh, all right. Everything is breaking on me. The last resort, if I can't figure out how to get this test to run, is to basically copy paste this logic into a console app.
What's wrong?
What does this say right here? Test not run. Um, chat using C sharp and in unit. Provide an example of a unit test. Was I supposed to have test fixture up here? All right, we're gonna move on. Hold up.
Okay.
Let's create another project, and maybe this one will actually work. Where's the console app? Set this to startup. Let's see if this works. Okay.
Yep.
So let's add our references over here. Let's take this over here. Hold up. Let's take this over here. And let's say that MPH is, and then you can say this right here. We're going to put a breakpoint right here.
Something just blew up.
I thought I resolved this. Oh, we're no longer relying on this test. That's not working anymore. Or that never worked in the first place. Unload that. I don't know why I just did Control RT. Hold up. Run. So when we step through this, it's going to throw an exception because we haven't filled it out. All right. So next, what we want to do is we just want to say it's distance over time, right?
Yep.
Or distance divided by hours. And we should have, I was expecting like a console window to pop up. Ten divided by one. Oh, you see this right here?
Yeah, at the top. Yeah.
All right. So that would satisfy your first requirement, right? And then your next requirement
What's
is getting a report.
yeah, what's the NN? I've never seen that before.
Oh, that's new line, new line.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So for example, I could say if we go here, see this hello or muff is 10, and
Oh,
then
okay.
hello is like a line down.
Okay.
So the next one is like getting a report. And I don't think we even defined a report. And getting a report takes cars, right? Um, something like
Mm.
this. What are you about to say?
No, go ahead. I'm trying to. I was looking at the original instructions. So get inputs, cars travel, calculate the speed for each, and display the speed of each car, and then we calculate the average.
So we should probably define what a car is. Uh,
Can it just be a string?
type car equal. I could have sworn we did this already. Oh, because it was in tests. I don't feel like doing it. Miles per hour and or it was distance
Yeah, in time.
hours. So if we go back over to our console app, in theory, we could. Well, one is that, and then two is we could say var. Come back. Two is we say var car equals new car, and then in theory we could say when we say our constructor, we can say that our constructor is going to take a distance and it's going to take a hours, and then you could just say distance equals distance, and then you could say hour, oh, and then you could say hours equals hours. So in theory, you should be able to say distance and then hours like that. And in theory, when you get miles per hour, in theory, we can still leave it like this, or we could refactor it so that you pass in a car. I kind of like this because that's really has nothing. Getting a speed has nothing to do with the car.
All right.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could just say car dot distance and car dot hours, and that will provide context, something like that. Um,
That's your test. Okay.
so and then in theory, we could make things clearer if we just did it like that, and then that will give us an opportunity to erase this up here, and then things are a little bit easier to read the context. All right, so then
It's
your
like shorthand.
cars equals you only have one element in here for right now. We'll add another element or a new car type later. So now we got to implement a get report. And your get report will take a list of cars.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Let's see what you said. Okay.
And so our report had a speed of car and average of cars, which probably should be average speed of cars. Okay. So you can go over here and say var average speed of cars equals, and that's going to, we're just going to add a placeholder for right now. And the other part was speed of car, bar speed of car equals, and then you could just say this right here. Um, Give me a second. Speed of cars, and then you could say car. You got to import system.link using system.link. And then you could say cars dot. Are you familiar with link?
Nope.
LINQ. Cars dot select, and then you have your car that goes to, and then you could have your utility get muff, and you could say your your car dot distance and your car dot hours. And so that's going to give you an hour enumerable speed up for each car. Um, Simplify access to that. Okay. And but there's something else that we want to do. We probably want to give a car a name, right? So
Yep.
that we can identify what car is what. So name equals name, or yeah, name or model. I don't know. Prop string name string name. So then we can say cars I select, and then we could say if we said that our report is speed of car, average speed of car, something else that our report should have, which I don't even know where I defined it at anymore. Uh, did I define report anywhere else? Did I define that in the C sharp class yet?
Check. Ooh,
It sounds like no.
hold up.
So up here we'll add a report. Report.cs. Uh, uh, and then prop, and I think that's speed of car, or we just say miles per hour.
Think of
And
it.
then the other one is
Average speed.
average.
I think he changed it a couple times.
Okay. And then there's a name, right? So this is a car report, and then there's a string, and then there's a name. Okay. So then we need to put a name over here. We could say Mazda, something like that. And that's car one. And then we could say that There could be a car two. A car two could be a Toyota. Okay. And so then we have car one, and then we have car two. And we can, we already proved that this first test works right here. Um,
So before you go forward, so the part line 11 for the list of cars, right above that, you're declaring those new cars for that list. So then you every time you add something there, you put that in that on line 11. Hey, this car one, car two, car three, car four. Am I
give
making
me,
sense?
give me 1 second. All right, what were you saying? You said car one, car two, car three, car four. What?
So on line 11, that's where you're actually defining that list. So you for those right above that, you're basically manually entering
Yep.
what those
This.
cars actually the car one, car two, this is what it is. And then you're putting that right back in that in line 11 for each one that you have on there, right? Am I
Yep.
am I getting that correct? Okay.
And so when we say get report, we say, I think we declared a report already. And so we could say, give me 1 second. Var report equals new report, car report. And then the car report, uh-oh, is going to take cars. All right. And then we got to provide a constructor for that. Here we have cars. And this should be a member variable. That should be our member variable. And so then with that, we can say we'll probably add a method called print public. Give me a second. String print. And that can return some string. Okay. So if we go back to this over here, we know that we can get the speed of cars. We can say we could just say for each car in cars. Crap. For each car in cars, we can say uh, what do I have right here? We can just say get muff car car something like that. And we could say get what was the other one? Oh, it was just muff, right? And so then we can say we could declare up here var. You're probably not familiar with Stream Builder.
I'm not.
var Stream Builder equals new string builder, and then a string builder is basically when you can just build text. You can build like a large string, right? That's what it's for. And so in our case, we want to say that we're going to have a string builder dot append, and we're going to say that uh, uh, we're going to have a name name like this, and that's going to be our car dot name.
Right. Actually, I understand that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
You said, hold on.
Yeah. So, oh, you have name defined up there. I didn't see that. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, name is car dot name, and then you'll have, well, no, this may not be needed anymore.
Okay.
And then we can have
New line. Hey, I learned something new.
it was it was miles per hour equals muff, and oh yeah, and average speed, right? But
Yeah.
that could go at the end. You could say var average muff equals, and then you could say average would be your, give me 1 second. It's going to be, you add up all the miles per hour for all the cars and you divide it by the number of cars, right?
Yep.
So you would have up here, you would say var, yeah, you would say var um, sum muff equals 0, and then you would basically just say sum muff equals sum of plus, yeah, that should work. Hold up. Okay.
Can you explain that why you're saying this the var sum of equals zero?
We're initialized. So you understand arithmetic of the term sum, like
Yeah.
summation?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we're doing is as we iterate through each car within a list of cars, we're going to extract the speed of the car, which is muff, miles per
Okay.
hour,
Okay.
and we're going to add each speed of that car. We're going to aggregate it, and then we're going to divide the number of cars by the, or we're going to divide the sum of the speed of cars,
The
hence
miles per
sum
hour.
muff, by the number of cars that we have.
Okay.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Well, what do you have there now? I see equals. So I can't really see that. So it says var sum muff equals. What is that?
This is zero float.
Okay.
You know
So
what float is?
yeah, that I haven't seen that one before.
It's the same as
What?
doing this. Hold up. It's the same as doing this right here.
Okay. Never seen that either.
You're not expected to. You got any other questions?
Um, not so far. Well, okay. So on the string builder data pen, you have the name and you have that new line. So you don't have to do like the quotes and everything for that one. Once you put that, front slash in, that's basically where that's the
Yep.
first text you'll actually see on that next line, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So average miles per hour is going to be your sum of miles per hour divided by your cars dot what is it count? Yeah, cars dot count. Um, that's a double. This is an integer. Am I using the wrong? It's supposed to be this. I thought divided by was this. Mm, can I use local variables or local function? What am I doing? Oh, because it's defined in here. No, it's defined up here. Cars count is count supposed is that supposed to be a method?
Hold on, I
Uh,
can't. What the hell's going on?
it doesn't matter. It doesn't like. I don't know what the division sign is.
Oh, that's what I was trying to go back and double check
Oh,
that.
because I'm not referring to this. Okay, yeah, we should be good. And so then we can say builder dot append builder dot shoot come out. Then we can say builder dot append, and then you could say that the average uh, speed, and then you could just say is average muff. Shoot, come here. You could say it's average muff. Um, and then you could say per hour, which is supposed to be over here. Ah, that. Yeah, in theory that should work. And then you just return your builder.toString. And if we go back to our console over here, report utility get report, and then we say report dot print. What am I missing? Oh, because that's an object and it's not a report. Or is it supposed to be car report? Yeah, come here. Um, or it's supposed to be string. And then we could say report.print. Hit trees like Sonny Bono. All right, so get rid of this right here. I thought said get rid of that right there. Um, oh yeah, I'm supposed to return it right, something like that. You, my friend, you should go away. Hold up, public. What's this over here? Is it internal? That's public. So what's the issue? Come here. Static. What's this over here? I don't understand. Well, one is we can make this I enumerable, but car report should take a list of cars, or I mean, in theory, it just takes the I enumerable, which doesn't matter. Uh, and then cars. What's the issue here? Cannot implicitly convert IEnumerable to list. Oh yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then over here, this is having an issue. Cannot be applied to operands where we have a double and then count. Um, Give me a second. I wonder if that does anything. Nope. It says the forward slash cannot be applied to operands. So is it backslash? I don't know. No. If we had, for example, one and one,
It's
that would
forward slash.
resolve. All right. So we have the right character. And so we have a double and then we have an integer. And why does it say method group? Am I supposed to do this? Okay. I don't understand, but whatever. Is this going to build? I still have no clue why this takes forever. So we scroll back up and it says there's a accessibility issue. Get report public static car public. Is that going to resolve anything? No. Yeah, it did. All right. What's the other issue? Yeah. So this should be print. No. Report equals get report. Oh yeah. So we're good. All right. All right. So you want to see the results of this?
Sure.
Is when we hit run, Mazda, Toyota. Hopefully we don't get any exceptions. Name Mazda. Yeah, I gotta get rid of this line. Hold up. No, something's not right. We have report up here, and then
It,
it just did one car.
right.
No, it
Because
didn't.
no, it did Mazda, it did the Toyota. Why didn't it?
My formatting's effed up. Hold up. If we go to our get report, one is report the print. We
Do you
have
need to do
name.
another um another new line?
Let
Because
me
it put it
see.
all on one. So where you have I'm just asking because I'm not sure. So where you had that builder.append, you got the $ name, then the car name. Okay.
For e- well, no, for each car, should probably do
Or
something like
something after
this.
that. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. I'm in the right place, baby.
Oh, hold up.
No, I'm
Append
not.
line would probably be better. Uh, Append line, car name, and then miles per hour. I don't know which one would be better. Car name. No, F that. We'll just put car name and then we'll say colon. and then we'll just say that this will be a miles per hour, like that. Yeah, let's see what that looks like. But actually, if we're going to be consistent, probably put the same thing right there.
Okay.
So Mazda 10 miles per hour, Toyota 10 miles per hour, which that's I gotta check that. And then average speed is 10 miles an hour, which makes sense. So now we gotta look at our math.
Yeah, you got 20 divided by 2.
Yeah. So let's do distance is 20, and well, let's do distances. I don't know what number.
35, 35, 35.
35 for 2 hours. Okay. So that's 70, whatever the math is. All right. So then we do that. I mean, that looks straight to me, right?
That looks right to me.
And then what we could do is we could say, all right, Scott Larot, let's add a little bit more formatting to it, and let's builder pin line. And that's your input right here.
You just push that on the outside. I got you.
Um, and of course, there's opportunities to add spacing if you want columns to be flush or whatever. But
They don't care about that. Not yet. All right, go back to okay. All right. So hold up. Don't move. Don't change anything. I'm trying to make sure I can go through this. So okay. Don't know about string builders, but that's something I have to look up. Okay, so for
it's not that important. It's just when you need to like do something with text that may have a little bit of complexity to it, then you will rely on the string builder to build your text value.
okay, so go to where you have the where you were defining that underscore cars. I might be a little off on that one.
Huh?
Didn't you put that? Wasn't that somewhere else?
I don't know.
Oh no, you built it.
Tell me what you want me to drill into.
Drill into that the underscore cars. That's the part I'm a little.
Just to clear it up here.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that top part. That's where you had changed. Okay, I didn't see that. Okay, so that's normal car. So public car reported normal. So you did that shorthand for that second. Let's stay up there for. So you got um, public. You got car report. Then you bring down that numeral cars. Can you explain that part? I'm a little
What line number?
confused. 11.
This is a class constructor. So when you instantiate an object and you want to inject some some settings or configuration for that object,
Right.
that's what this is. This is called a constructor. So what we're doing is we're saying there's a class called car report, and we want to create an instance of a car report. And within that instance, we're going to pass in a collection of cars.
Right.
And so we need to be able to maintain a reference to the collection of cars. So we create a member variable inside that class so that we could hang on to the cars that we passed
Get
into
added.
this
Okay.
constructor. And then
Okay.
later, when we have some type of operation that we want to execute, we will rely on that reference to the cars that were originally passed in to our constructor when we declared our car report instance or object. We iterate through those cars to build a report.
Okay. That's okay. I'm gonna have to go back in on that one myself.
I mean, that's the object oriented way of doing things. There's a number of ways that you could do this, and they're all correct. So
I might have to play with this for a little bit. Okay.
yeah,
I think I got it.
your class isn't expecting you to know about this right here.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna sit down and try to rewrite what I had. Mine was a lot more. Um, well, I put it in the little private chat of some of the parts that I initially had.
You can share it on your screen if you want, but let's see.
If
Let's
you go,
remove let's remove the complexity, or let's remove anything that is no longer relevant. Program, report, utility. We started off with this, which is still relevant. I ran into issues. I don't know why my computer's messing up or acting up. We could delete this. This operation's coming out. We could delete that. Should we delete this whole specification? Yeah. So we just had a car class, a report class, and a utility class, and then the programs are console or a driver.
this is weird. Okay, so hold up.
Let me see if I have still zero viewers. Hold up. Oh, hold up. What was this? Oh, no. Okay. Go back.
What is that?
Some bot.
Oh, all right. New cars in the list.
You understand imports?
We haven't touched that yet, but I do kind of understand what you're doing.
Okay.
So, all right, so you have a list of cars: car one and car two. Which one was that one? Go back to the actual reports. .cs.
So go to the report.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, maybe it's. Wait a minute. Did you change that again?
I just refactored it.
Go to the reports.cs. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, this one. Okay, this is separate. That's what it's saying, but that's adding it each time. Okay. So your car average equals underscore car counts because that's the value that you're taking in. That's how you keep it. Okay. I think I got that. Yeah, I just gotta play with it. It's a lot easier to do. Well, reading it, I need to keep playing with it. What are you doing now? What are you adding?
Um,
What time did you say you had to go roll to your to what's face?
oh, it passed already.
Oh, it's still raining.
It stopped like half an hour ago.
Are you gonna go?
Nah. Uh,
Stuff, man. Yeah, you too fast for me, man.
I'm I just got. I try to make things more terse, less verbose, and so instead of like saying utility.report, I just said report, and I reference
That at the top.
it at the top to say, hey, if you can't find this report method, then at least attempt to look for a class called utility, and maybe you'll find it up there. That's what this means.
And that references at utility.cs.
Yep.
Okay. Because I gotta roll in a sec.
Get
Can
the
you send me
solution.
the link once this is done?
It is done. I'll throw it in a zip file.
Well, no, I'm saying not. Because I'm gonna rewatch the video.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you probably want this solution too, right? But yeah, I'll send you the link. You you can go
Okay.
on. Actually, it should be live streaming right now. So if you go to YouTube
Oh, okay, okay.
and you go to here we go. This is me right here.
I think I got you saved in here. Damn it. I gotta finish this setup. Hold up. I'm scrolling back and forth. Gold diggers.
And I look at chess. I look at gold diggers. I look at the war.
That gold digger stuff. They just show the same thing over and over again.
Have you seen his clips?
Yeah, I stopped them.
It's funny, man. Like
It's just
it's a pattern. Anytime like in 99% of his videos, whenever you see a chick walking and she's just staring at her phone nonstop, she almost always wants money. It's like a just a strong correlation.
well, that's because he has those stupid. He's paying the people to do it.
Not his stuff looks legitimate. No, there's other people that looks like it's straight scripted. Because I was thinking the same thing you were thinking. I'm like, how do they not see a cameraman?
Yeah,
Like
I
it.
think the majority of his are scripted. I'm not saying I don't know if it's all of them, but some of them definitely. Hold up, I think I got you on
mm,
here.
I don't think the majority are.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. At Gmail. Well, I'm trying to get my setting everything up over here. All this stinking
But
password.
to your point, I'm like, how do they not see someone recording them? Like, unless they have a very, very expensive camera that zooms from like a football field away. Like, how do they not see someone like just standing there, facing their direction, and holding a camera against them?
Well, the thing that always throws me that why I think is scripted is because they always go on the side towards the car. It seems to be the same thing over and over again. Hold on, thought I had you on here. Hold up.
Well, yeah, he has his script, but I don't think the majority of women are aware that they're being recorded or that they're. I don't think the women have a script that they're going by. I don't think so. Now, there's other videos that I think it is scripted. Like I think the entire like video is fake. But I think the majority of his videos are authentic. I could be wrong, but I think they are authentic.
You said it's Bizmonger, right?
Yeah.
How come I'm not seeing you?
When you
Oh, here
when
you
you
go.
when you
I
type
got you.
Bismugger, you should see me.
Hold up. This is hold up. There we go. I got it. Hey, thought I was subscribed to you already. Wait a minute.
Most people unsubscribe after a while.
Well, no, I'm saying so it's under your name.
It's under Bismugger, or is it under Scott Nimrod? I don't have a YouTube video called Scott Nimrod, do I? Or a
What-
YouTube channel called
That's what
Scott Nimrod,
that's what I just went to. I'm under your name.
do I? Or a YouTube
What-
channel called
That's what
Scott Nimrod.
that's what I
Mm,
just went to. It shows your name at Bismonger. You got
okay.
396
How do I
subscribers.
how do I pause
It
this?
shows your name.
You still there?
Yeah. See, no, you were just right there. Go back. See, it says Scott Nimrod, office hours.
It's the channel is Bismugger. My YouTube handle is Bismugger.
I got you.
So you should have saw it.
Yeah, I
But
got it. I just saved it. I just added it. I see it's on there.
yeah, and this is my masterminds every Friday with Sean. So
All right, yeah, I'm about to go play. Well, about to make me something to eat, but I'm gonna go play with this for a second and see. I don't want to. Well, I'm not gonna use yours because I can't. But I do want to go back and kind of review
I
and
mean,
see what I
you
got.
can. You just have to be ready to when they ask you about it. You have to be ready to answer questions about why it was done that way.
And that's what I'm saying. Compared to what it was last week, it'll be a very drastic difference
Look,
of
you're
the
you're
stuff.
you're here to learn. So ask questions and I don't know, just prepare an outline for some of the questions they may ask you. And
Okay.
if you're having a hard time remembering, then call me and we could
Okay.
go
Yeah.
over
And
it
I
again.
could just I'll review. I'm gonna review over it again. Um, I'll probably start around like about 11:30 or
I
whatever.
mean, but yeah, I mean, to your point, it is professionally done.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't want to. She's gonna be like, "Oh wow." She's like,
It's
well,
like an
"Wow, man,
industry grade.
you you learned a lot within a week." After I forget, I don't even remember what the first two assignments were. They were pretty. There was just a lot of input and output, and a little bit of the mathematics and things of that nature. So it was pretty straightforward. Not as pretty. It was pretty easy. This one was just it just threw me off with the initial way that I did it.
We'll make it easier. Hold up.
And I put the what I initially for car one on how I did everything. So for that one, I did everything separate for entering the the console write line and read line for car one. Did the speed, did the calculations, had to convert it from to integers, and then I just printed that out, and then I did that for each and every car. What threw me off, I would have turned that in, but the other part was that she wanted me to define that what the input is for how many cars we were going to do, and otherwise I would have left it as is because it was building and it was giving me what I wanted until she threw in that little
Yeah.
extra
So
part.
let me uh let me try to send you a link to the code base. It's called Car Report. Make it public. Create and push.
Good old GitHub.
Welcome to party. So then, if we go to Pornhub, I mean GitHub. Um,
That's probably where you went first.
what's crazy is when I'm on my laptop, I always have to like wait a second before I hit the enter key when I type in the address. Muscle memory. Uh, Let me see. GitHub, right?
Yeah.
You don't do the same thing where like you enter a raw address really fast, but you have to like pause before you hit enter.
No, no, I
It's
don't. I
happened.
don't.
It's happened to me before. It has. So I'm like, oh shoot, I'm gonna get a phone call.
Now, I may have accidentally left something on my phone, and
Well, not work. I mean, obviously your personal phone, right?
yeah,
And then when
yeah.
you pull up the browser, you're like, oh shoot.
Yeah. Like, whoa. Glad that didn't play. Glad the audio wasn't on for that one. That would have been a problem. Not that I promote any of that. I am
Oh, that stuff is
Christian.
disgusting.
Yeah, that's so terrible.
Can I get a hell yeah? Hold up. I hit trees like Sonny Bono. Let's see. Mm, shoot. Here we go. All right. So can you go to GitHub and then look for Bismugger? Actually, some of this isn't even relevant anymore.
Okay. Is this Bismonger?
Yeah.
Oh, what did I just do? It's under private. Am I in the right? I think I'm in the right place.
No,
Oh
it's
no.
public. It's public.
No, I must have went to something different.
Here, I'll send you the link. Well, you should see the link right here. You
Hold
should
up.
do github.com/bismonger/call report.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, and you should be able to pull that down. And if you want to make any modifications, then it's yours.
Hold up. Where's my damn notepad to remember all this? Hopefully this
Hey,
don't go.
Diggs BTW1.
Who?
I'm looking at the
Oh,
my
people
live
popping
stream.
in.
Yeah, Diggs BTW1. You weren't supposed to see that.
Not too late. It's already and it's recorded. You don't have to drop that part.
You have any other questions?
I
Any?
will. I'm not. I
Yeah.
gotta. I gotta sit down with it. That'll help me process it a little bit better, and I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay.
But I
Yeah.
appreciate you, sir. I
Like
appreciate
like like I said, try to brainstorm what the teacher may ask you and revisit it. And if it's not coming to you, then uh, text me or call me.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go through this a few times. That's just how my brain works. Let me just play with it for it. I got to play with it myself first, and then that sounds weird.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
know.
do the coding myself. I do the coding myself, and then because I want to, I at least have a, I at least want to just use it as a reference and see how I come up with it.
Okay, I would recommend getting the unit test to work. I have no clue why it wasn't working when we were trying to do it. I had so many technical glitches, but we got through it.
Because of all that Pornhub and the bad files and everything, that's just typically what it does, man. Just messes
This
up
is
your
my
computer.
this is my business laptop. I don't do anything weird on here. Right. So which maybe I just need to reboot it because I have no clue why it was acting up.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, the business laptop. Yeah, sure, man. Now I'm just
Yeah,
joking.
yeah,
All right,
man.
man.
This is my business machine. I don't mess around with my business machine.
I'm gonna go. Well, I'm gonna grab me something to eat, but I'm gonna jump back on this in about an hour or so. My brain's already leaking.
All right. Stay black.
Yeah.
See you.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
I'm on Bismonger.